Hello, everyone, and welcome to The Green Flame, the broadcast that brings you radical analysis, practical skills, and artistic expression from the revolutionary movement to defend the planet and rebuild just human communities. I am your host and comrade, Max Wilbert. As you will no doubt have noticed, we haven't been putting up many episodes lately. We've been quite busy with a bunch of different projects and just haven't been able to prioritize the podcast. But I want to try and get some content to you all, so we're going to try something a little bit different. As you may or may not know, I am a writer. I've been writing essays. I'm the co-author of Bright Green Lies and another book, a collection of essays that I wrote. And I'm writing these days an email newsletter that's hosted on Substack that looks at issues around organizing, ecological revolution, and grassroots political movements. I am going to try today sharing with you an audio recording of the latest essay in this collection. It's titled, "This Native Elder is Being Sued by a Mining Company." Quote, "We use the lawsuit papers in our sweat fire." This is the first in a series of articles introducing the Thacker Pass 6, a group of traditional indigenous people and grassroots activists who are being sued by a Canadian mining company called Lithium Nevada Corporation. If you're new here, this is Biocentric, a newsletter about sustainability, overshoot, greenwashing, and resistance. It's written by me, Max Wilbert, the co-author of Bright Green Lies, How the Environmental Movement Lost Its Way and What We Can Do About It, and co-founder of Protect Thacker Pass. If you want to follow, you can subscribe for free. In return for supporting my activism, paid subscribers receive access to occasional private posts containing behind-the-scenes reports and unreleased drafts. Revenue from this post will go to the Thacker Pass 6 Legal Defense Fund. This is Dean Barlese, a traditional knowledge holder from the Pyramid Lake Paiute Tribe, an elder who was raised on old stories told by his father and grandparents. He's the leader of the Pyramid Lake Spiritual Healing Center, and his ancestors fought in the Snake War, 1864 to 68, to protect Northern Paiute homelands from settler-colonial incursions. I met Dean in the spring of 2021 when he first visited the protest camp that my friend Will Falk and I established on the proposed site of an open-pit lithium mine at Pahimaha, known as Thacker Pass, Nevada in English. Dean was in a wheelchair and traveled for hours to get to camp, visiting with his relatives from nearby reservations around the fire. Soon after his first visit, Dean's health deteriorated, leading to the amputation of his foot. Yet Dean kept coming to camp. Not only that, he was on the front lines of the prayer actions that took place in spring 2023, sitting in front of heavy equipment, destroying the land his ancestors fought to die and died to protect. Now Dean is being sued by Lithium Nevada Corporation, a fully owned subsidiary of Lithium Americas. The suit is a civil case, which means the company is seeking to get money from Dean. Lithium Americas is a multi-billion-dollar corporation, and Dean is a retired and disabled Native American elder. He provides spiritual healing to people in his community for free. When Dean's roof leaks, when he needs a ride to a medical appointment, or he needs to put away firewood for the cold Pyramid Lake winter and for ceremonial sweats, he asks for help from his friends and people he has helped. What little money Dean has is used for food and utilities. Lithium Nevada can't get any money from Dean because he doesn't have any. The goal of their lawsuit against him is simple: intimidation and violence. If they cannot stop Dean from taking action to protect his ancestral lands, if they cannot undermine his courage, if they cannot break his spirit, they will talk the only language they truly understand: money. They will attempt to destroy his finances and thus undermine his ability to live. Here is Dean's statement in his own words.
My name is Dean Barlese. I am age 66. I was born in 1457. I am from Pyramid Lake, Nevada, Pyramid Lake Indian Reservation. And my background is knowledgeable person, keeper of stories and family history. Our family is descended from the Winnemucca family here in Pyramid Lake. I love sharing history and culture with our people, the ones that want to learn. I'm willing to share beadwork, many different things with them on the cultural side. Thacker Pass, because we have our ancestors that are still buried out there, not buried, but are still out there. They were not given the privilege of being buried. So, like many, many places during the Snake War, our people were just brutally massacred. And the massacre that happened here was in 1865 when the military came in and massacred our people. Sentinel Butte is a sacred place, a place of prayer. And that's another reason we are standing up and protecting these sites from the greed and the ignorance of these corporations that are coming in. The lawsuit, it's not much. Piece of paper, waste of ink. When they brought the papers in, we were having a sweat that evening. So we used the papers to build our sweat fire. And that was the prayer. It started right there. We started using our spiritual ways to help us. But people can support us by donating. We have to pay our lawyers. So any way that you can help us, that would be good to help pay the lawyer fees. And that's it.
I want to thank you for listening to our show and let you know a few ways that you can support the Green Flame podcast. First, you can subscribe using the podcasting system of your choice. We're listed on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pocket Cast, YouTube, and all the rest. Leaving us a positive review or rating on these platforms helps us reach a larger audience, so please take a moment to do that. You can also share these shows with your friends. If you're interested in donating to support the production of the Green Flame, please visit blueearthDefense.org. And finally, the real goal of the Green Flame podcast is to activate people. So if you want to support the mission of this show, start organizing to defend the land in your own community. Thank you again for listening.